So I really believe the definition of servant leadership, it's maybe simpler than what we sometimes think. Look at the life of Jesus and to try to do more of what he did and less of what we might think. So when I think of Jesus, I think of someone who didn't try to impress others. He thought more highly of those around him than he thought of himself. He was more interested in the needs of the people around him than he was trying to fulfill his own desires.
Everyday kindness, compassion, and equality. I think it's more of an attitude and really a way of functioning. Being a manager isn't all of a sudden making me be a servant leader. I think it's an approach, it's a way of seeing the world.
Taking care of those around us, giving them the tools to do the job well. The mark of a true good servant leadership is if the people around us are growing by working with us and for us.
To me, servant leadership is leading from the bottom up, for supporting your team, for helping them reach their potential, to give them the tools they need to do their job, and when there's success, sharing that success with them, and even when possible, giving them all the credit. We encourage our leaders to grow leaders who will be our future leaders in our company and in the community.
Putting the others' needs and well-being before mine. We all have a lot of things that we need to get done as leaders, as managers, and having an open door policy where anybody can come in at any time and I can help them or help them make decisions or guide them to make decisions. It's going to help them grow as a person. It's going to take care of our customer. It's going to serve their needs before mine.
Well, I think the first thing you have to do is you have to have a relationship with your people. And you have to get to know the person and be there for that person. And you can't just stand over and say, do this and do this because I'm the boss. The second thing is don't ever ask somebody to do something that you wouldn't or haven't done yourself.
Having a desire to serve is a fundamental characteristic of this type of leadership. Identifying and meeting the needs of others, colleagues, co-workers, customers, is the key to servant leadership.
I've always gone by the mantra, if you develop your people and you give the people the power to do something and without the fear of if they do it wrong, the axe is going to fall. If you give the people the power to do that, yeah, people are going to make mistakes, but they're going to learn from those mistakes. But in doing that, it's only going to make the team better.
Some of our leadership, I think, comes from the fact that we have leaders who are empowering those that they lead. I think being a good example to everyone, it's a culture that we have that we want to serve others and make a difference in the lives of others.
Making sure that our employees are doing well at work, whether it's physically, making sure that they're healthy and well taken care of, or if they have emotional needs or spiritual needs, that we can come alongside them.
For our customers, I think it's really probably this simple. It's treating others as we would want to be treated.
You know, it's great to be able to give back to people because when you see them blossom and grow as people, it's very rewarding. And the more you grow others, the more they can spread out and grow people as well.
I think of compassion for one another and realizing what's going on in each other's lives and being gracious with that. When we stumble, and we all will, it's always easier to get back up with a helping hand.
Kindness and grace and forgiveness. And none of us deserve what we've been given in life. Life is a gift. And when we serve others, it's in a small way just returning and modeling that kindness that we ourselves have been given.
In my home life, it's the same thing. It's what can I do to make the family better? What can I do to make my wife's life easier?
One of the ways I try to do servant leadership at home is to work with my wife and family, and get good ideas from what they want to pursue.
And what I've discovered in my home is that love, when I lead with love, others want to follow.
You know, there's a saying that says if serving is below you, then leading is beyond you.
Servant leadership is not one of those things that you kind of fake it till you make it. It comes from the heart.
And the most important person in history, we believe, is Jesus. And Jesus specifically said that he came to serve and not to be served.
I try to live my life valuing every person as uniquely loved and a gift from God. There's never a reason to be unkind. Never.
I guess I believe that deep down inside of every human being, there is a desire for a place and a desire for an environment, probably like all of us maybe imagine heaven to be. And by serving, we have an opportunity to bring heaven to earth in the lives of other people around us. And so maybe rather than answering why would we serve in that way, I'll just ask the question, why wouldn't we?